Okay guys, Cameron's gonna be operating the jack. Hold on, Cameron, hold on. I wanna make sure. So yeah, you're gonna need jack stands. This process we're gonna be doing, you can do a side-by-side rotation. Cameron, you said you can just do like...
Yeah, like front to back is usually the most common.
But you can do an X pattern, and that's gonna require the car to be all the way up in the air. Oh yeah, we never checked if these are unidirectional. I do not believe they are.
They're probably fine.
Yeah, it says Subarus you're supposed to do an X pattern.
Yeah,
so,
they'll be fine. Very few of them are directional.
And the reason we're doing this, guys, is because these front tires are a little bit lower than the backs. Seems like this all-wheel drive system on the Subi supplies quite a bit more power to the front wheels, so we're gonna basically use up the rear wheels while we're gonna try to save these more, improve your tire life. So, how to jack up the car? It's pretty common for most cars. Basically, look for a pinch weld. So sorry, guys. As you guys can see, he's coming up. There's a plastic cover over the pinch weld, but we've been doing it like that. It looks pretty good. And then boom, you're gonna jack up the car, get it to the point where just the wheel is just off the ground. You don't need to jack it up. You don't need to be under the car. Hold on. A little bit more. There we go. The wheel's off the ground. So that's all you need. And then this is the most important part. It's your jack stand. This is kind of hard to film, but I'm just gonna raise the jack stand. It's a pretty common spot on most cars. Pinch weld. If you have jack stand with pin.
If you have a truck or a large SUV, it'll be just the frame of the vehicle.
You'll see like these box rails, big steel rails.
Put it on that.
And then if for some reason you don't feel on the comfortable on a pinch weld or something like that,
you can always put it on like
Volvo has like a subframe that's exposed, and you can do it on
like
that.
a trailing arm or something like that, like on like some of those solid front axle.
Just make sure it's really solid. If the car looks or making weird noise when you're jacking it up and it doesn't seem like it's jacking it up properly, stop. Do not damage your car.
Always research your jack points before you lift your car.
Yeah, you're gonna find them in the owner's manual or online really easy. So you're just gonna lower down onto the jack stand, make sure it's solid, and you're just gonna repeat this process for all four corners, and your car will be up in the air. Okay guys, now we have the car jacked up. It's on jack stands, and you just leave the jack under there for safety, whatever. Just have as much as you can to catch the car for whatever reason. So now we already cracked the lug nuts loose, just using a impact gun, and as you guys can see, they're loose completely. So we're just gonna go around. You can use a wrench or whatever if you don't have, or a tire iron, but a drill will also work.
All right, so he's gonna go ahead and take off all 20 lug nuts, and then we'll show you what way we're rotating the tires.
Okay guys, so we got the car completely off the ground and we took all the wheels off. We already did the other side as far as switching the tires. So this tire, when we're talking about X pattern, is from the rear passenger tire. So it's that tire over there. And that tire is from the front passenger side. So you're basically like swapping them like that, like an X. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about X pattern. So to put on the wheel, you're just gonna go like this. Just gonna need to, it's much easier with the car if you have actual lug studs. Okay. Once your wheel is sitting on there, you're just gonna get your lug nuts. Make sure there's 5 per wheel for a typical car. If you have a 4-lug car, you'll have 4 lug nuts. And then a truck, mid-size trucks are like 6. And then even some SUVs are 6. And then big trucks have 8 diesel trucks. All on here.
Remember, guys, always tighten in a star pattern.
I'll show you that real quick. And then yeah, you just do this for all 4 wheels, and then once you have the wheels actually on and just slightly like snug, not tight, because this is an impact wrench. So when we talk about star pattern, I'm gonna go like this. So it's like, yeah, it's like that. So those aren't actually super tight, they're just snug. You just do that for all wheels, and then we're going to show you how to torque the wheels at the end.
All right, guys, so we have the 1/2-inch torque wrench. It is set to 90 foot-pounds, which is the spec for the Subaru.
And guys, if you don't have a torque wrench,
Get one.
it's recommended for lugs.
They're
really
not that expensive. Go to Harbor Freight.
and
get
you don't
torque
need a
wrench.
1/2 inch. You could use a 3/8 often.
Yeah, most cars can be done with a 3/8.
Yeah, so if you don't have a torque wrench for some reason and you don't want to spend the money, just don't go crazy, but make sure they're tight.
And make sure it's in a star pattern, and it'll make the most even amount.
Yep. So we're gonna show you guys how to torque them. So yeah, these, like I said, these are snug, not tight. So it's gonna take a minute to torque them down. It wasn't even threaded all the way, but
There we go.
there we go, in that click.
As always, you're gonna want to double check. So
Yeah, so just go around. So yeah, you're gonna repeat that process for all 4 tires. Make sure if you're second guessing, just double check them. And yeah, hopefully you guys can save some money, have your tires last a little bit longer. And if you thought this video was helpful, please subscribe and leave a like or a comment.